Hello and welcome. I'm going to be explaining to you the transitions in an industry and a representative firm in perfect competition from long-run equilibrium to an upsetting of that equilibrium and then the automatic restoration of long-run equilibrium. If you remember, long-run equilibrium is when every firm is making a normal profit. This is a characteristic of perfectly competitive firms. If we look on the right, we see there a firm with the marginal cost curve in red, the average total cost curve in orange, and then the current price, P1, which is also marginal revenue, since there is only one price, and thus they charge it for every quantity, and demand curve, perfectly elastic, for this representative, perfectly competitive firm. Remember, all firms have perfect information and thus have the same cost curves. And what this is showing is this representative firm making a normal profit, meaning if you take Q1 up to the intersection point of marginal cost and average total cost, to the left to P1, that is the area of total cost, or total cost and total revenue. It's not marked there by C1. I'm doing that just to make sure we can be clear on the transition without cluttering this graph too much. We see over in the industry has set this price, that is supply 1 and demand 1 at point A, the equilibrium point. We see the quantity and the equilibrium price at P1. Therefore, we're starting in long-run equilibrium. But in this case, we see that demand has shifted out. For whatever reason, one of the determinants has changed in such a way that there is more demand in this industry for the product. Equilibrium moves to point B, and the price now is P2. Every firm in a perfectly competitive industry has to take the price that the industry creates. Thus, they are taking now a new price of P2. That P2 is also, again, the marginal revenue and demand curve, so they're labeled as such to the right of the blue line of P2. We see now marginal revenue and marginal cost have a new intersection point, and we trace that down, label it Q2, but also at that point that it intersects ATC, we go across to the y-axis where we label it C1, being the cost level there. And that, what is that? That is, I guess, a greenish color, greenish gray, is the area of economic profit. If this firm is making economic profit, every firm is making an economic profit because in a perfectly competitive industry, all firms have perfect information and the same costs. Therefore, there's an incentive for someone, or everyone, to join this industry because economic profits are being made. There's going to be an incentive for people to join, that is, for the supply curve in the industry to shift out all the way until you return back to that original P1, the original price level. So as supply shifts out, slowly the economic profits will be eaten away until finally the supply curve shifts all the way out to the last equilibrium point, point C, where the price returns to P1. But it also, as we've noted to the right for the representative curve, it is P3 as well as MR3 and D3, and we see back at this point of long-run equilibrium, this firm and every firm is now making only a normal profit.